Good morning. Welcome. Very special welcome to those of you who are new to the parish or visiting with us today, perhaps because of the fair going on. You are all welcome. I know that we would probably rather forget it, but I want us to remember back 6 years to the time of COVID. Pope Francis held a prayer service alone in St. Peter's Basilica. He reflected on another version of the gospel of the storm on the sea, the one where Jesus is asleep in the boat. Pope Francis reminded us that Jesus is always with us, no matter what storms are raging around us. Like many other people, I decided to explore a new hobby during the COVID lockdown. I took up painting. I bought all of the supplies on Amazon and turned the basement of the rectory at Our Lady of Consolation into my art studio. I tried a variety of techniques, but nothing really came of my efforts. To make a long story short, I was cleaning off the sheet of vinyl, which was the drop cloth on my table, and as I wiped it, a design started to appear. It was the storm on the sea. I had it framed and even made copies for some of my friends. And it's the picture sitting here in front of the cantor stand. It reminds me that Jesus is with us in the storm. He's always with us, no matter how bad things might seem. Reminds me also of a family in our parish whose house was pretty much destroyed, at least half of it, in the recent tornado. And as I talk to them, I'm always impressed by their deep faith. One thing Cindy would always say is, God was with us. God was with us. The first reading takes place after Elijah has traveled 40 days through the desert. He is worn out and disheartened. He has been faithful to his mission from God, and yet his life was in danger. So God decides to reveal the divine presence to Elijah in order to strengthen him. As we are told, God was not in any of the impressive phenomena of wind and earthquake and fire. Instead, God's presence was revealed in the tiny whispering sound that Elijah recognized as God's presence. Sometimes we have certain expectations about how God should act so that we would know he is with us. It's easy to believe that God is near to us when we're with a dear friend, or see the smile of a baby, or experience a beautiful sunset. But do we believe God is with us when we feel lonely, when the baby is crying, or it's a cloudy, dreary day, or when God just doesn't act according to our expectations. Today's gospel reminds us that God is always with us, even when a storm is raging around us. Just because Jesus was not in the boat did not mean he had abandoned his disciples. Jesus was always with them. They were always on his mind and in his heart. And he is always with us. We are always on his mind and in his heart. No matter what kind of storm rages around us, Jesus speaks the same words to you and to me: do not be afraid. Then we have the actions of Peter in the gospel. You have to love Peter. He was always so impulsive. He challenges the Lord to invite him to get out of the boat. And Peter finds himself walking on water. But it doesn't last. When Peter takes his eyes off of Jesus and focuses on the wind and the storm around him, he starts to sink. At least he has enough humility and trust to cry out, "Lord, save me." And Jesus does immediately. I truly believe that if we keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, we will be able to walk on whatever stormy seas life brings our way. And even when God doesn't act in the way we expect or hope, he is with us, always.